Welcome to your monthly energy update, my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So we're gonna move from daily readings for a while into deeper monthly elemental forecasts here on the channel. Honestly, it just feels more aligned at this time. We'll see what happens. Keep in mind, these readings, it's not just about prediction, it's about awareness, right? What's shifting beneath the surface, what's asking to be released and reclaimed or embodied or finally seen. So whether you're watching for your sun or your moon or your rising, or simply the message that called you here, just trust that there is a reason that you found this reading. I always like to set the intention that everyone that's meant to be here will find their way here, and there will be some kind of message to uplift, heal, or inspire. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity. All right, we're going to open the portal and see what this month is awakening within you. Before we get into the cards, let's take a quick look at the energies surrounding this month. So right now, there's a strong collective focus around stability, self-worth, grounding, and long-term alignment. Taurus energy is especially influencing the collective, so many people are being asked to slow down and examine what feels sustainable, not just materially but emotionally and energetically as well. And this energy feels connected to rebuilding, to creating stronger foundations, to recognizing where we may have outgrown old routines, old fears, old versions of success that no longer align with who we're becoming. There's also a deeper invitation here to reconnect with embodiment, nervous system regulation, and inner stability, instead of constantly living in survival mode or external pressure. So as we move through this reading, pay attention not only to what's shifting around you, but also to what's asking you to become more rooted and aligned within you. All right, let's step into this portal, see what's waiting on the other side. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all the things. Ready, go ahead and take a deep breath. Choose to add your energy in this collective. Choose to open to receive. All right, earth signs. Ooh, coming out quick. The shift, the challenge, please, and the new awareness. Thank you. And advice. All right. Interesting. Oh, that light is just hitting it just wrong, isn't it? Let's see if I can. Oh, this one doesn't move that way. Damn it. If I back it up a little. A little better. All right. So we've got the overall energy here. Oh, and on the bottom we got the Page of Swords. So there's new awareness coming in, new understandings, and then with the Temperance and the Two of Cups, this feels like a balancing, an alignment of partnerships. It could also be inner harmony, like healing some kind of imbalance. learning how to regulate from a more, or how to relate from a more regulated, integrated place. This feels almost like you don't have to force what's truly aligned. Temperance softens and stabilizes the Two of Cups. So instead of intensity, chasing, or emotional extremes or urgency, it feels more like mutual understanding, patience, healthier emotional exchange, connections unfolding more naturally. This feels less about dramatic emotional highs and more about alignment, about balance, reciprocity, uh, emotional maturity. That there is something here about relationships, connections, or even your relationship with yourself. And it's there's a relationship beginning to stabilize in a healthier way. And then the shift is the Justice card. You're seeing truth. Oh, this is an interesting Justice card. It looks like they're fighting on this beam, fighting for balance. And it looks like a couple demons almost. Your demons are fighting for balance? Oh, strange. Yeah, it feels like there's some kind of truth emerging, um, that is bringing in balance, even if it takes a little bit of a fight to get there. It's interesting how that's coming out. And then for the challenge, we've got the Empress. Okay, so the challenge is going to be in just being your maternal, glowy, loving self. The Empress gets everything that she wants because she just naturally flows towards it. She just is herself, her most radiant, beautiful, loving, nurturing self. So this feels like the challenge is in how you nurture, or how you can just stay in the flow state, not pushing, not pulling, just straight flow, like a trusting, pure presence. And the advice here, or the new direction suggestion, is King of Swords. It's about using your mind, and with the Hangman, gaining a new perspective, choosing to see things differently. Maybe you need a new vantage point. Maybe you need to look at it from a different angle. Um, and the King of Swords can be, oh, hello, Crystal, can be decisive. He uses logic and reasoning and will cut some shit off. He will, cut some heads if need be. So there may be something that needs to be eliminated here, and it's a new way of thinking. We're going to get some more cards and clarify this a little bit more. Let's see. Actually, we're going to go with some oracle cards first. Let's see. Tell me about this King of Swords. This King of Swords is standing up to me. Tell me about this King of Swords. Are you trying to help me? Yeah, why? Asking why. Yeah, it's your time. Felt like there was one more that tried to flip here. Hi, BB. Maybe not. Okay, so these two cards actually have been coming out for a couple different collective members, groups, elements. Yeah, this feels like you are asking more deep questions or questioning things. And that's what the King of Swords does. He uses logic, reasoning, right? His mind power. There may be something new that lights you up or no. That comes in that could elevate you in some way. Pay attention to any hobbies that come in at this time or anything that you might be interested in. And with it's your time coming out. Yeah, this just feels like alignment. I don't know how else to describe this. It feels like alignment through a battle, like getting to the other side and the growth that comes from. And so this questioning feels like this does feel like inner alignment, if I'm honest. Yes, for some of you it could be relationships, but this feels like something balancing within you, like you trying to figure out or figuring out the truth. Like, how can I be my most abundant self? How can I bring elevation to my life? And it starts with this King of Swords energies, questioning your inner self, questioning why you do certain things, why you behave in certain ways, and what it is that you need to grow. Yeah, there's a new outlook coming in here. And you may have some haters along the way, earth signs, but there's blessings that are coming in. Like, this is a very abundant energy, but keep in mind, it comes with this inner balance and with this new outlook, like with choosing to see things in a different way is going to level you up. It feels like it just keeps coming in, like around that flow state, getting in that flow state. And if you don't know about that flow state, maybe it's time to question, what is that flow state? How can I get into that flow state? Abraham Hicks talks about the flow state in a really beautiful way. but it's not pushing, it's not pulling, it's knowing, it's trusting, it's understanding your power. And that's what these are. A lot of big energies here. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana out here out of 6 cards is pretty big. um so this feels like a turning point, or it just feels like a rebalancing, earth signs. Let's see what else comes out. Yeah, after a maybe a fight or a relationship perhaps that made you set some boundaries and made you defend yourself. And yes, 9 of Wands has been through some shit, but they're standing 10 toes down, right? They are defending themselves, they are standing up for themselves, they are seeing the truth. You may have been involved with someone who was a provider, but they didn't really, it feels like they didn't really actually provide. They could have held like money over your head, or you guys could have had some money issues, and you felt like you had to defend yourself and maybe even your children here. Yeah, this feels like a new start, a new beginning where, yeah, it might be a little slower of a start, but you're trusting. Look, the Fool is the epitome of that flow state, right? The Fool is directly connected to source, pure intuition, inner knowingness. And look, there's that 2 of Cups again. Yeah, this feels like inner alignment, you guys. Or it could also be for a relationship, but you're rebalancing, like you're taking your time, you're sorting out, you're in, but also at the same time you're trusting where you're going. Um you're dropping your baggage with the Fool, and you're headed towards this new beginning that it feels good, honestly. And there's blessings that are coming in. Look, there's that Lion again, right? You're gaining strength here. You're gaining strength. You're balancing your light and your dark. You're balancing your emotional body. And that's what's going to bring in major blessings, all right? We got the 4 of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you cut some shit out. You didn't accept an invitation, or you didn't fall back into old ways, is what this feels like. Count on your community, your sisters, your friends, people that are supportive. You do have support here. Even energetic support, your guides, your angels. Yeah, with the Hermit. Look. You are gaining strength here. You're becoming stronger. Make sure you're giving yourself credit where credit is due here. The Hermit, the Hangman. Yeah, you're seeing things differently. You're seeing things differently. Yeah. And you're doing the damn thing. There could be some money that comes in, some unexpected income, some new opportunities, or just a feeling of being blessed here. Let's get some advice for each sign. We'll start with Capricorn. Capricorn's really calling me right now. Capricorn. Advice for my Cappies. Please, one more. Thank you. Ooh, one more just fell in my lap, so I guess we're taking it. Okay. Be careful with fleeting. There could be some fleeting ideas. I don't know how that's coming through. Gossip. Use your intuition. Trust your intuition. Be careful with gossip at this time. Make sure that you're getting enough rest. There could be even some ideas that come in a flash, like just like a burst of an idea. Create there that hobby energy is coming back. There may be, like, if you like doing art or singing or whatever, you know, and it could be something like that you lost, like something that you did as a kid that you really enjoyed. I don't know why that keeps coming in, but maybe you want to, you know, it could be an outlet. Honestly, it could be an outlet. If like you're stressed, you could turn to this, or maybe you meet some new people in this way, because the Three of Cups was out here. But at the end of the day, trust your intuition, right? The unicorn is the third eye. It's your inner wisdom, and I have goosebumps when I'm even just thinking about this. But you're connecting with your inner wisdom. You're connecting with higher wisdom within, whether you realize it or not. Just beware of gossip, I think, is the point here. All right, it's fleeting. It's just ignore. All right, if somebody tries to get you involved in some kind of gossip, just ignore it. Don't even participate. All right. Who's next? Virgo. Advice for my Virgo. Virgo. Thank you. Oh, the black egg wanted to come out for you guys as well. What's that? The mouse in reverse. The wolf in reverse. And the black egg. Huh. Something here, the black egg is the throat. Your way of communicating. Oh, I didn't even see the butterfly was out here. I don't know if the butterfly was out here for Capricorn or not, but this is a card of transformation. There's something being transformed here. This throat chakra is really standing out to me. So the wolf in reverse can be judgy, overly critical. Something you're holding on to here. The wolf in reverse. Something that you're not letting go of. And there's something here around being aligned with what makes sense. Having an open mind. This feels like there could be a rigid way of thinking about something, like someone's not open to seeing things differently. it feels like with the hangman out here that something needs to be viewed differently. You've got to open up, and communication may be the key. Being open to communicate, and also the throat is, yes, speaking, but it's also hearing, listening, and being heard. There is a transformation that's taking place, whether you're seeing it or not. But if you are closed off to the experience, if you're closed off to communication, if you're closed off, this could be in many areas of your life, but there is one area where you've got to open up here. You've got to communicate, and you've got to be open for other people's way of seeing things as well. Try to put yourself in their shoes. Yeah. Try to see their truth. Be open to see things differently, and I think things will transform for you. All right, and last but not least, Taurus. Advice for my Taurians. Advice for my Taurus. Thank you. All right, Taurus. We got the beaver with the crocodile in reverse. And the tarantula. Be careful about, this could have to do with work, first of all. Be careful about lashing out or getting too aggressive or upset with someone. Um, this could also be a new direction for work or career, that don't be impulsive. This is saying don't be impulsive. Make sure that you're seeing all the perspectives here. Like, and don't like be quick to shut something down as well. Yeah, you could be feeling like you're at a crossroads here. Trust and go in the direction, I would say, of the one that makes you feel more fulfilled. The If this is like a job, um like, which job do I take type of energy, um it just feels that this badger is really, or the beaver is really standing out as, it's in, and he provides and he doesn't complain. He goes about it. He loves his job. Like, he feels meaning at his work, right? He feels like he has a purpose, and that's what you should move towards, is feeling like you are, like, it feels meaningful to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're at a crossroads, I would, well, trust your intuition first and foremost, tarantula. but it does feel like there's something here that could really bring you a sense of fulfillment, of achieving purpose. All right. There could be a bit of apprehension about it. You might just need a little vacation, honestly. You might just need to relax a little bit. All right. Let's get one more oracle card for everyone. Let's see. What are we going to go with? I know. Where is it? No, we'll go with this one. No. Nah. I was going to go with the Lyrian Oracle, but not everybody resonates with that one like I do. So we'll go with the Sacred Rebels. All right. This will be just one card for advice for my earth signs, please. Thank you. That was quick. We got new birth, guarded vigilantly. What you want wants you. And I'm going to actually read this. Number 24, which breaks down to a 6. 6 is a number of harmony, right? It says, in every creative process, in every birth, in every opening of a new cycle of life, there's a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It's the fowl learning to become steady on its legs. Those legs will become remarkably powerful in time, but the process of growth and maturity has to take place, and that requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. Within you, perhaps even below the level of conscious awareness, there's a fresh, new life emerging, like a vibrant green shoot rising up out of the earth. This new life is in need of your attention and care. This could be a new relationship that needs tending with interest and kindness. It could be a new idea that you need to nurture into fullness because it's going to hold a special purpose for your life path. It might be something within you, a new behavior, a new way of looking at yourself, or a new way of being in the world that you need to tend to until it becomes more natural for you to embody. Let's see. You will not always wait. Sorry, it goes on to say, like, if you picked these other cards, which you didn't. You must pay attention to the new life emerging for you now, or that you will soon sense. You must not be careless and think that it doesn't matter. It matters greatly. Being careless now is akin to killing the idea before it has had a chance to grow strong enough to withstand the criticism, jealousy, or sabotage by dark consciousness in others or yourself. We don't have to be frightened of destructive energy. It exists in nature and in us, and it's a part of life. We do, however, need to be intelligent to its potential power and stay centered in our heart and in our wisdom to avoid its ill effect upon that which we are nurturing into life. You'll not always need to cloak that which is young. Soon enough, you'll be able to stand up for itself. But for now, your vigilance and care is most certainly required. Hug your ideas to yourself as though they were a new lover you cannot bear to share with another. In time, the world will be the lover receiving the love in your idea. For now, it is for you to love, for you to hold on, for you to observe. Only allow those proven trustworthy to support you in this. Those who can handle the frequency or vibration of what you're seeking to nurture. Some may love you, but be frightened of what you're creating. Stay true to yourself and your creative power, and be wise as to whom you invite into your inner sanctum to witness this new life emerging. This oracle also brings particular guidance about keeping your inner sanctuary pure. This may be your room, a sacred place you visit, or your own body in which you retreat into relaxation or meditation. Sometimes you'll find that others have taken up residency in your sanctuary, perhaps an argument that you can't let go of, another living in your head. A suffering that's not been acknowledged and released can feel like a big old dirty suitcase of emotional baggage cluttering up the sacred temple of your heart. It's time to focus on the purity, light, love, and compassion that dwells within you. Everything else will come and go, and that's just fine. But the purity within your sanctuary is eternal. You can come back to it to refresh your spirit and gain resources to help you deal with the rest of the world and even your own darker moments anew. It'll give you peace and spaciousness of mind you need to recognize the new life and to compassionately but firmly denounce any intrusion upon that new life by doubt, fear, or sabotage. And it has a little healing process. So it'll just take a few seconds. Just go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And relax. And just focus on your breath for a few moments here. And imagine the external world fading away and allow yourself to step into your heart space as though within you there's a silent, vast, open space. And that space within it is peaceful. And so sense, see, or feel that deep within that space, a tender young shoot is rising out of the earth with tremendous courage and focus. It's summoned the energy to crack through the seed that once contained its life force, and it's reaching directly up towards the light, boldly determined to become a full, mature plant. And imagine that you are joyfully, lovingly, and consciously standing guard over that shoot. From a loving, aware, and strong space, you firmly move any big, muddy boots that would step on it, or any devouring insects that look rather interested in that tasty young morsel. And you do this easily and effectively whilst remaining centered right in your heart space. And around you and the shoot are many beings of unconditional, pure love. They might be ancestors or spiritual guides, beings of light, or angelic beings. You may sense darkness rise and fall around you, and the circle of light created by your love and the beings supporting you to protect this tender young shoot. And you can notice that rise and fall of darkness while remaining calm, centered, and detached, and in your heart as you focus your love on this young plant. And watch it respond and grow strong. All is well. You might even whisper to it, "You are safe, and you will grow strong and thrive through unconditional love, so be it." And in your own time, just open your eyes. You've completed your healing process. And at any time, you can return to repeat this process, especially if you feel anxiety or fear about your new life and being able to sustain itself and become strong. There's no need for worry. Just treat such feelings as an intuitive sign that this healing process will be helpful for you, and just repeat it. You can do it daily for a few weeks if you're going through a particularly vulnerable period in your life. It'll never do you any harm. It'll only ever support you. Thank you guys again for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Until next time, take good care. Love you guys.